while communities where their mining were suffering, while they were continuing looting the wealth of the country without the communities benefiting from these minerals. When former Minister Ramatlhodi wanted to enforce and withdraw mining licenses from those looters, he was withdrawn and replaced with the former Minister Zwane. However, he was removed as he did not buy into an issue of once empowered, always empowered. Then he was replaced by Minister Gwede Mantashe, who pushed through the mining charter that business wanted. The constant attacks on Amcu by the state is not different to the way the British state was used to break trade unions under former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher in the 80s. It is clear that the Conservative Party was captured by UK big businesses in the 80s, just like today the state is captured by white monopoly capital. During the era of colonialism and the discovery of rich mineral resources, white capitalists started building their empires on the back of the hard labor of black workers. They forced us to pay taxes, took away our land, forced us to leave our families behind and come and provide them with cheap labor. They submitted us to terrible working conditions and exploited us in order to increase their profits. The empires of white monopoly capital grew and grew while we became poor and poor. Big businesses, and specifically the Chamber of Mines, became very powerful, so powerful that it was able to capture the state very quickly. First, this capture was done in the Union of South Africa in 1910, and in 1948, it was continued by the capturing of the National Party. Apartheid made this exploitation legal, and the black working class was oppressed even more. The struggle against oppression gained momentum all over the world. The working class and the progressive organization worked together to force the apartheid regime to negotiate settlement. CODESA came and our constitution was born. We had our first election almost exactly 25 years ago today. Tomorrow we celebrate Freedom Day. But the question will be, are we really free? What does it help to be free if you have nothing to show? What is a political freedom without economic freedom? CODESA in 1994 compromise might have given us political freedom and perhaps even social freedom, but it had failed to give us economic freedom. It was not an oversight, though, no. It was intentionally designed to protect the privilege of white monopoly capital. White capitalists ensured that CODESA was used to protect their interest and their wealth by co-opting the new ruling elite in their wings. This led to many of the black negotiators at CODESA becoming extremely rich. Some of them left politics to becoming businessmen. Some stayed in politics, and some returned to politics. This wealth, however, came at the price of the majority black people. The price was to sacrifice the economic emancipation of the millions of black citizens of our country. This is why we now have a small black elite in our country, but still the majority of blacks live in poverty. This is why we have become even more unequal after 1994. We have been sold out. State capture came long before Gupta's. It came in 1800s, and it continued in 1990s. The ruling party was captured at CODESA, and the state is the servant of the capital. If there is one thing that capital hates, is a strong, militant trade union like Amcu. Capital wants weak trade unions, yellow trade unions, sweetheart unions, unions that can easily be convinced so that management can have it its way. Capital wants trade unions that conclude agreements in the boardrooms without a mandate from its members. Capital doesn't want a genuine trade union who runs its affairs through the mandate of its members. The tripartite alliance of the ruling party, COSATU, and Communist Party was also captured. This created a perfect environment for capital, as even labor was now captured. The National Union of Mine Workers will be easy way for capital to protect its privilege and feed its appetite for hyper profits. However, workers are not stupid. Workers are not dumb. Workers quickly realized that they were sold out by NUM and other yellow unions. They wanted a genuine militant union that can carry their mandate. They wanted a genuine union that can fight for their rights. They wanted a genuine union that can change their lives and make a difference in their lives. Then came the Marikana massacre on 16 August 2012. This date was the turning point. Workers showed that they have had enough of the black hand deal of yellow unions in their expense. Capital showed that it had truly captured the state. Shareholders in Lonmin used their power and influence to deploy the state security forces and brutally shot and killed workers in broad daylight in front of the TV cameras. Was this done by accident? No, not at all. It was done on purpose to show their shareholders that they will not allow workers to eat into their handsome profits. It was deliberate, designed to warn workers and trade unions to back off. Sibanye-Stillwater gold strike. Let's fast forward to 2018, just last year. Again, yellow trade union sidelined the majority of black mine workers and make a wage deal with Sibanye-Stillwater. Again, the workers make a stand and decided to strike. Again, capital tries to break the strike by all possible means. Again, the capital used the state to use barbed wire and live ammunition, killing our members. Again, capital provoked workers, allows inter-union rivalry to flourish by favoring their yellow union over Amcu. Again, capital used the media to spread false propaganda that tarnishes the image of the militant trade union called Amcu. Again, capital used the state to intimidate members of Amcu during the strike. Meanwhile, all genuine attempts to resolve the wage dispute are counted and rubbished. At some stage, the mine was even prepared to reopen the agreement and increase the wage of all employees, but the yellow unions refused. They wanted to protect their narrow interests at the expense of their members. Without dwelling much on this point, Amcu was relieved when Sibanye saw the light and brought a solid settlement offer, of which resulted in settling the strike, and further avoided what would have called the second Marikana. Amcu is a genuine trade union, registered in terms of the Labor Relations Act. The Amcu Constitution defines the scope of the organization to include a variety of sectors apart from mining, including manufacturing, transport, and construction. Since its formation in 1998, Amcu has constantly grown to what it is today, one of the largest private sector trade unions, is one of the largest trade unions in South Africa. Amcu is run by staff stewards who are elected by members at the shop floor. In terms of our constitution, staff stewards elect branch executive committees and at the regional level. Regional Congress elect regional executives committees. At the national level, there is a National Executive Committee, Central Executive Committee, and every 5 years, a National Congress. Amcu branches have meetings at least once per month, and regional executive committees meet weekly during wage negotiations or other pressing issues. Amcu convenes more regular mass meetings where feedback is given to the members and mandate are taken from the members. Only a genuine trade union operates like this. We make decisions at the mass meeting, not around the boardroom with the capitalist. This is why Amcu continues to grow. Amcu has inaugurated new regional structures and offices in all provinces of the country, from Katu to Cape Town, from Steelport to Richards Bay. Amcu is there. Amcu is everywhere. Amcu remains in total compliance of the Labor Relations Act. Our finances are well managed, and we submit audited financial statement every year. Our books are in order. There are no financial issues.